beat. So when you speak, before it's obsolete, you gotta repeat. Help another generation build a better man. Iron sharpens iron, friends sharpens friends.
Ooh.
Facts.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Hey, man,
man.
we live, baby.
We live. We back.
Part two.
Part two, man.
Hey, first off, welcome to Sharpen Up.
Welcome to Sharpen Up.
Yes, your boy, ArtRuff.
Oh, it's my turn? Y'all know I like to play around. I'm Big Shawty, baby.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, let's do the house. We gotta do what we supposed to do.
We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta take care of business.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
And share it.
Share it with your people.
You gotta do it.
Let them people know that we on here, man. Come on, man.
Hey, man. And too, like, we like to talk to people back. So please leave a comment.
Leave some comments.
Leave some comment. We want to talk to y'all.
I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Oh, big facts. I'm gonna reply back. I ain't that type of person to not reply back.
I'm gonna reply back. We gonna talk.
Yeah,
ain't nothing. Look,
sure.
we ain't scared.
And I ain't gonna flex. If it's real, if you got a real name under there, we may invite you on here. I'm just saying. So be ready.
Ooh, I don't know, man.
I'm just saying if they got a real one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to vet y'all at the door. You have to go ahead and give us your social security ID, sir. Let me see that for a second.
That is hilarious. But nah, man. So again, we just hit up part one. If y'all was there, y'all, if y'all haven't listened to it, if y'all just listen to this right now, hey, go back and listen to it. I'm telling you, this conversation has been amazing, but it's about to get even more stupider.
Let's go.
You feel me? So of course we got our homie T.
Yes, sir.
We got the homie Omar.
Big O.
And we are about to dive into something that very interesting.
I'm thinking I'm gonna sit back on this one.
In this dating.
Let's go.
You for real. Hey, I ain't running for no question.
This dating / relationship world. Because we touched on something right before we got off. And the question was, how do you actually vet people properly or trust people properly when it comes to being in y'all relationship? And I said, well, I feel like, especially us being, believers in Christ, that we should try the church first, our local church first. And yes, I will say it 100%. It's tough because it's hard to trust the people inside the church as well nowadays because we don't know their mentalities. We don't know if they're going to steer us the wrong way or not. But if God is there, which is a big if nowadays, if God is in that thing, right, then you should try those people out first and outside. And so I also stated that you need, most definitely a male figure that's there or whatever, a guy that's there partially older, especially if we're talking about in the realms of marriage. I'm a little bit older, wiser about that thing or whatever. But then I also said, which is shocking to some people, I say it again. Y'all don't come for me.
Say it again.
But y'all can.
Say it in the camera. Don't even look at us. Say it square in the camera.
Look.
Hey, you know, you just say it with your chest.
A male, ladies, you need a male, and you also need a woman.
Yes, sir.
To balance out how you guys are both thinking, especially when it comes to a marriage, because you don't have, as far as men, I'm just talking to my fellas right now, as far as men, you don't have the mindset of a woman. So you need a woman's perspective when it comes to dealing with certain issues. Now, granted, and I ended on this, and we can get into it now.
Let's go.
Just like you need to vet the men, you also need to vet the women because she also could be waiting for y'all to split
up. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Can I say this, though?
Come on.
Can we make sure if you're going to vet somebody, make sure it's a married couple?
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
To a single person and ask them for advice.
For sure.
I can't, bro.
You're asking for trouble, sir, if you do that.
How can you give me advice and you got 5 baby daddies and 5?
Whoa.
I'm just gonna be. We gonna be real.
Let's be real.
If you haven't had any established relationship between a husband or a wife, how can you give me advice?
That's good.
You can give me advice on what to do wrong. But no, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me how to be a good parent, and I know you've been a bad parent.
Ooh,
I'm just saying.
that tough.
Hey, some folks they clicked off.
Man, it is what it is.
Somebody start listening, man.
It is what it is.
They all right.
But that's why we here.
That's
They
why
gotta
we
sharpen
here.
up.
Yes,
for
sir.
sure.
That's why we here.
That's why we here.
Just saying.
Hey, but that's bro. You're saying something because as we know, and as you know, when you even with the group that we do on both ends, if you don't have people around you to help, okay, you're gonna do some stupid stuff because guess what? We all are human.
For sure.
But you knowing this is my safety net. And that's what I've learned over the years is when we, in this world of people want to crash out. Well, I've literally built this net around me and I didn't even know it. Where it's like, I'm finna listen to this and I don't even got I'm finna call such it. It's like, I don't even got oh boy number no more. I'm finna so it's like I got bruh number. I'm gonna hit Tyler up. I'm gonna hit another brother up. And so it's like
You ain't finna
I've
crash
did
out
that
on
over the years. So now I have no room to crash out. Like if you try and do what something crazy, they gonna be like, bruh, you know I'm here. Why you didn't call me? You know what I mean? Like we've been here for each other. So now I have literally it's now having to be accountable to not just myself but not to them because it's like, how can I go off on my own when I have people that can help me?
For sure.
You know what I mean? So one of the things is, like you're saying, building that, but just knowing that as you're doing it, it's okay to be like, oh, hey, bro, I got some good folks that I can contact. You know what I mean? I got some good people that that way, even if I'm wrong, they're not going to say, hey, bro, they ain't going to toss them to the side. They're the one, they're going to show me the love of Christ and be like, okay, you did that. Now, what do you do different?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Let's move from that. Let's grow from that. Not just, okay, we finna let you sit on this and then, all right, whoop the whoop, and then we sit back in the same place. No. Nah, that's not, as men, like, nah, we gotta, hey, because y'all, I am like, all right, okay.
You gotta, man.
What's the next step? You gonna sit, hey, look, one of the things of my generation is we hate, let me say this in the camera, we hate a whining man.
Fact, sure. Yes.
Bruh,
right.
listen to me. We hate it. Like, don't
so
come to me saying something too tight, something is too. Look, man, you know how much we've went through. You know what I mean? As just men, just going, okay. So you're gonna sit there and okay, that happened 2 years ago.
Right.
So you're still whining about that 2 years from 2 years ago, bro? That was 2022. You went just 2 years later.
You know what that sounds like? A lack of accountability.
Woo!
And we love, when I say we, I say a lot of men love to put that on women.
Oh,
Ooh.
But we ain't accountable for our emotions, dog.
He sure.
I'm sorry, you might get a couple.
Come on,
I
man.
love it.
I'm just saying,
Come on, man.
We are not accountable.
Ooh.
I love
And
it.
it's like, and we hate it. We hate when the big homie want to come to us. We
For
hate,
sure.
Boy,
Yeah, for sure.
I know who I can call if I want to be checked, but I know who not to call if I want them to be a yes man.
Ooh.
Oh, for sure.
That be the thing.
For sure.
So if I know Ofen to be on my head by me making a bad decision, if I done told him last week, bro, I'm down to my last 50, dog. You can spot me.
He be
Knowing
true
I
stories.
didn't just try to hit a parlay. See, was that really smart for you to try to gamble out the way, bro? And you know you ain't finna get another small bread until your payday? Yeah, I ain't finna call.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's just the thing for me, bro. Lack of accountability. We gotta man up.
For sure. Nah, it's good because we switched a little bit because I want this. I do want to say this though too for sure is that in the midst of us actually having those conversations, even in the realms of just relationships, I don't want this to go past folks and be like, I just gotta have this all married advice overall. With the married couple, because I do believe there is some single people that have been doing right, or check this out, that is called the singleness that can speak life into our individuality and not together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
Talk
not
about
even
that.
just that, but so okay, I'll touch on it.
Yeah.
So like there are people, believe it or not, guys, there are people
There's
that's called
definitely
to singleness, to a life of singleness, okay? But that doesn't mean that y'all go out here do whatever y'all want to do. All right, like that's
Please
that's not
clarify.
it. Like you don't supposed to go out
That's taking it for your own
again.
meaning
And
right there.
we here most definitely are speaking to the believers and not the non-believers. All right, y'all go do whatever y'all want to do as non-believers, but as believers, we're gonna hold each other accountable. All right,
It's a
we here, this
standard.
podcast
We gonna
for sure.
keep a
is sharpen
standard.
up. We're gonna
That's a
sharpen up
standard.
each other, whether it's through the camera or whether we sitting down next to each other, for sure.
That's
But
right.
in God's word, right here, y'all see me. I carry this everywhere. Everywhere here is a standard. We have a standard of holiness and righteousness, and so because of that, in the midst of you being single and out here dating, can I say it?
Come on, say it, bro.
Y'all can't be smashing any and everything.
Can't be sticking the move.
You can't be you can't be out here throwing money at the women and also women. Y'all throwing money at the dudes just to get y'all needs met, not just physically but emotionally and
Oh
and
my.
mentally. Like we have things that we have to do to stay Christ-like, right? And so in the midst of that or whatever, like we are still called for that. Now, granted, I'm not saying that it's not gonna be tough to not doing them things, and it's not gonna be a difficult time to not do it. So, what I am saying though is that one, yes, there's grace in it. Yes, there is forgiveness in it, most definitely. But the more and more, y'all heard me say this all the time, and I say it to y'all. This may be the first time y'all actually hear me, but I'm gonna keep saying it. The more and more you get closer to Christ, the more and more you get exposed twice, right? You get exposed by His marvelous light,
Oh my.
so that you can be shown because of the connection that you guys have with Him. So you can actually see. So people can see His glorious deeds on top of you. So the testimony that you have, amazing things, right? But then also the other piece of the light is exposure of the bad things that's dwelling on the inside of you. So now, since you have those exposures, it's not just for Jesus and God to fix. It's for you to start taking the accountability, start getting around the right community, not just a community, because a community can still lead you down the wrong way. That's just real. And start looking at those things and allow God to cut them things off. Y'all know I go to John 15 every time. So with all that being said, even in your single state, even in your singleness, you still have to uphold your holiness and also the righteousness of Christ in the midst of how you wind up moving. Now, granted, this is where, let's go back to our community. This is where accountability happens. This is where our homies, for real, our real homies, not the ones that we know that's the yes man, but the ones that's going to keep us accountable. Because I literally had a conversation yesterday with somebody that was like, bro, I did tell you I was going to stop smoking, and I did, wind up smoking again. You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. And then I decided in my own self, check this out. I decided in my own self that I was going to stop, but I wasn't going to tell y'all. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you for telling me. That's what's up. Now I can hold you a little bit more tighter because possibly I could have done something on my end, especially as a mentor status, especially as a brother for sure. But also, bro, what you did wrong was you decided to do this by yourself.
Facts.
You can't do this by yourself.
No, sir.
You done failed 5,000 times already by yourself. Yes, you have the Holy Spirit dwelling on the inside of you, and it's tapping you like, hey, bro, get your life together. Like, you don't need to be doing this. But apparently it's not, let me say this and not go too crazy. Not saying the Holy Spirit is not strong enough to stop you, but you still have your own free will to choose whatever you want to do.
That
So
part.
now you need to lock arms with somebody for real, and also be a little bit more louder, because again, the Spirit is gentle and soft. It's a still soft voice, right? And so somebody need to be in your ear. Hey, bro, stop. What are you doing? When you start feeling a certain type of way, call me.
Right.
But this is the great thing about it, and I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna pass it. Whoever can grab this. The great thing about this time when the homie did something, he realized that he found out what his triggers was on the reason why he was smoking. So sometimes you have to go through some things to learn what your triggers are, where that root is, so you begin to start pulling those things up. But the only way that you learn that is until you wind up going through something. But that's real. So yeah. Community piece, bro. I'm telling you,
Time
it's
to be a teacher
big.
Sometimes.
For sure.
I'm the oldest
sure.
out of 5 brothers, 5 sisters, and what I be preaching to them, sometimes you gotta let time be your teacher. Because
That's
I
good.
can preach to you till I'm blue in the face. I can tell you everything and the right thing to do, but until you get tired of yourself, until that time showing you different situations, until you go through it, like you said, you won't understand me.
For sure. Because you're going to wind up ending the same cycle over and over again if you don't wind up learning from it. That's real.
Exactly.
That's just going back to our part one. Like, the reason why the different generations wind up seeing everybody differently is because they wind up going through the exact same thing. The only reason why it's so difficult is because the majority is it can't step into the other generation because it's hard to look at. Oh man, y'all wearing skinny jeans? That's wild. Like, ain't no way y'all ain't wearing skinny jeans. Oh, let's go to church. This is my favorite. Y'all know that this is my favorite. Y'all wearing baseball caps in the church?
Anything gonna
That's
be
crazy. Y'all
That's
wearing jerseys
wild.
on stage?
Man.
That's crazy.
Baseball caps. at
Like
church.
this
Yeah.
is wild.
Y'all
Y'all
boy
wearing
went-
J's up there?
Bro, grandma
Man.
got a detachable wig though. Is that not the same thing as a baseball?
You know what I'm saying?
cap?
like,
I'm
it's crazy.
That
I'm
boy
just
said
saying,
detachable
dog.
weird. This boy crazy.
detached.
So like
just saying,
things according to man's standards, not
Uh-huh.
God's standards,
Right,
have changes over time. I mean, I look at my my 2 kids, whatever. My daughter knows how to pick up. I saw her do some crazy stuff. Okay, she wound up deleting apps. I've never showed her how to delete an app in her iPad ever. My wife have not done that. She decided because she needed more space for her Roblox. Okay, she went ahead and deleted majority of all her apps she had, and I'm literally sitting there. I ain't say nothing. I just look at her, watch it. We didn't grow up like that. Yes, we figured out some stuff, but when you figure it out to that capacity of technology, my grandparents don't know nothing about doing none of that stuff. I gotta walk them through it step by step by step by
Literally.
step of everything. Like, and so like even with that by itself, it's just different. But we also have to be like, yes, this is different, but let me accept the good in this because there is some bad in it as well.
Right.
That real.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we didn't realize sagging was bad until
Until what? You stepped in that prison yard.
Until you spelled it backwards.
yeah.
Oh man, well, you know what I'm saying? How many times I done heard that?
You know what I'm saying? Like
Hey.
we didn't know because we thought it was cool because it was fashionable. We got Lil Wayne, we got all of these rappers. You know what I'm saying?
That's
we thought
way
it was
before then,
we thought
bro.
it was cool.
That's way-
But for us, we didn't know until it got exposed and being like, oh man. So then instead of your parents or your uncles or whoever was telling you pulling your pants up or your teachers in school pulling your pants up, we wind up hearing the big factor of, nah, we should pull our pants up because this what this saying.
Right.
Nah, we ain't about to do that no more. You see what I'm saying? Standards have changed over time based off of our thought processes on what we wind up in. So I mean, you know, but if we don't got community, then rightfully don't got nothing.
I feel like that's a downfall for a lot of people. When I say a lot of people, I mean races of people,
Oh, for sure.
different cultures, because we quit being the community.
Hmm.
Like nobody wants to be held accountable. Nobody wants to look out for one another, and everybody. And if you do look out, they want to take advantage. So it's kind of like it's you have a me and mine complex with everybody now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just basically people just being selfish.
Oh yeah.
People have definitely. I mean, even say in the world how it's just the love of oneself.
Yeah, for sure.
People's hearts are colder now.
Yeah.
So what happens is if it ain't about me and mine, I ain't studying y'all.
Hey man, hey, look,
That-
I'm gonna let y'all know now. We gonna get this garage t-shirt because apparently this man always talks about this freaking garage.
Hey man.
Garage real, though. That garage be real.
This
Hey.
garage mentality,
Hey,
boy.
let me tell you where I got it from. Pastor Doug. Shout out to him, Pastor.
Okay,
Shout out
DT.
to-
Hey.
Shout out to the
Okay,
pastor.
DT.
Hey, he made an example, and I just kind of like I soaked on this. Like, yeah. So I just looked at every situation. It's like, okay, that's the reason why. That's the reason why we're like that. Like, yeah. And it's just, I mean, it's I use it, but it's like, and it's perfect example of we have become this society of, hey, I'm good. If it ain't about, I'll do y'all thing. I don't, you know, I mean, I'm not taking my time to do anything for you guys. It's just me. Me, and I. And then what happens is now all of that I've built up over the years is basically wasted because you have nobody to say, hey, I've passed this down. Like, perfect example, us doing this pod. Like, now we are setting the bar for our kids is even higher now. Like, hey, man, when his daughter get 25 and 30 years old, it's like, yo, my pops did a pod. Like, he was back there doing this. He was out there talking to young men, young women, like building them up. He has this. So now that standard of, okay, dad was here. Now he's continuing raising that bar even higher. So she's gonna basically spend her lifetime. Like, his son gonna spend the rest of his lifetime trying to reach that bar. Right. Like, and the old saying of people say, I want my child to be better than me, or they're gonna go past me. That means you stop doing everything.
You're supposed to be the model.
Think about it. If I say
I'm chasing you because you setting the example.
That's good.
That means if I'm working, I say, I want my kid's gonna be better than me. So that means I just stop doing what I've been doing. I don't do I am a brother's keeper no more. I just go to work and come home. That's it. That's it. And just see me as no. It's other things that God has put in me that, hey man, this bar gotta go higher. And it's gonna take you a lifetime to try to get close to that. And so that's our job as men to say, hey, we're the standard, brothers. Yeah. We can't run from it.
That's good.
We cannot run from it. So as long as we're setting not just a standard of us and our own, the things that we love, but the things that God loves. If God put it on your heart, like, hey, I know this is my lane. Okay, run in it. You know, we big on like just groups. Like, bro, do the salty group. That's what he do. That's his nickname, Big Salty. So if we don't, but that goes back to it's the community. Like, if we don't take the time to pour into the community, then we have no community.
Yeah,
and our community dies.
Got a question for both of you guys.
Okay,
talk to me, coach.
So,
come on.
I'm this is really talking about myself, but
okay,
I'm a person that always kind of like handle everything on his own or try to deal with everything on his own because I feel like younger, you know, that's just how I was forced to be. But now that I'm getting older, I'm trying to get closer to God. I'm trying to build my community. Now, I get frustrated because I feel like I've been in the in and out fight with it for so long till I just really gave it up to God. But it's like the people that I try to include in my community, they always show a flaw. And with me, I explain myself as introvert, extrovert. I can talk to any and everybody, and it's flow natural. But me naturally, I could be quiet and not say nothing just as good.
Yeah.
People, they so used to me being the extrovert that when I do sometimes be in my introvert stage, whatever, they take it the wrong way, and A lead to Z in the wrong way. But like me included, T is literally the only friend that I could do anything like this with. Or he could hold me accountable for anything, and I don't feel no type of way. I won't feel no type of way about accountability because I'm growing as a man, and I know that's very essential for me. But what would you say to another young man out there who's probably in the same position as me, like how to build this community?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, man, you touch it.
So I would say definitely, like, if the ones that you touching on and you say, hey man, if them learning you from the jump. So when you in that stage of I'm introvert, you know, I'm cool, I'm just sitting back, them learning you and knowing that, okay, bro, it's like this today. He's good. Or if I want to vent, he's in that space where he can receive it. And then on the times where you're talking, it's one of those, okay, I can sit back and I can hear something from him. But it's one of those things like, not lying, but hey, communicating with him, saying, "Hey, bro, I need this," or "Hey, bro, I need you to do this," because it goes back to what T was saying, that communicating part and telling me, "Hey, if I don't tell you what I'm feeling, then that person will never know. Okay, bro, on this type of time today,
Right.
I know what to do now." You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro, just need to pray. He want me to pray with him. I got him. You know what I'm saying? Or he just need to lend an ear. I got him. Hey, you just want to go eat lunch and just chop it up. I got him. So knowing that and communicating that is a huge, huge thing. That's my 2 cents. Go ahead, bro, because we got that time.
Oh yeah.
I got you. All
Let
right,
go.
I'm gonna leave you with 2 scriptures.
Uh-oh.
Leave you with 2 scriptures. It's Proverbs 27 and 6. It says this: wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. Right? All right, and then I gotta get you to the one that sharpens up here. Proverbs 27 and 17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Let's put friend in that. If you have trusted community around you, you're going to be held accountable for everything that you do. But check this out. In the midst of sharpening, love is going to be in the midst of that too. So when you're looking for people, when you're searching for people, find people that have the exhibits of what the fruit of the Spirit is. And those are the people that you need to be around. Because check this out. He's not going to be here all the time.
Exactly.
That's it.
You know? So,
Hey, man.
Hey, my guy started a whole new life next weekend.
that is funny.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah,
See y'all
man.
on the next one.
Shout out to our guests, bro. It was
Yeah.
great. It was great, man, for sure. Gotta love it.
Iron sharpens iron. Friend sharpens friend. Friend sharpens friend.